Estuaries are usually bodies of water, typically bordering wetlands and where rivers empty into the sea. These are very diverse communities and can be home to many different kinds of plants and animals. These areas are characterized as having brackish water, which means that it is a mixture of fresh water from the rivers and salty water from the ocean. Estuaries are considered some of the most productive ecosystems on our planet. They can harbor and give home to breeding grounds for animals from birds to fish to amphibians and many other animals that have adapted to live in this niche environment. However, in some coastal communities, their estuaries are experiencing the effects of hypoxia. In Southern California, over 50 estuaries spot the coastline bordering California and Mexico. Hypoxia is when the water experiences a decrease in its levels of oxygen, which are critical in sustaining life in fish, coral reefs, and plants that grow in these very wet conditions. Hypoxia can be a result of many things, but in this area of large urbanization, impacts on these estuaries are noticeable. One of the largest contributing factors to the hypoxia is the nutrient population. Many homeowners who have their own vegetable gardens and grass lawns tend to use fertilizers, phosphorus and nitrogen, and other chemicals to help boost the health of their lawns. These nutrients are then carried away in the runoff, which then drain into the estuaries. These high levels of nutrients can lead to algae growth, which then limits the amount of sunlight being absorbed by the plants. This leads to decay of plants, which then consumes oxygen as they decay, creating hypoxic conditions. One of the main conservation efforts to combat the hypoxia is to mechanically alter the openings of these estuaries. Projects like the Tijuana River National Estuary Research Reserve studies and conducts experiments on how changing the mouth dynamics between rivers and oceans can affect the levels of oxygen in the water. These human interventions are showing positive signs of oxygen levels rising again in the water.